right, we're live. Welcome, guys. My name is Matt. I am from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Thank you for joining us here. Every Monday, we are live with you here on YouTube. And today, we are talking about the must-pack items you can't forget to bring with you on your cruise. You know what? You're ready for your cruise to be there. It is finally time to go on board. And you're packing a lot of stuff, but you're going to need stuff for on board the first day of your cruise. Because when you get to the cruise terminal, you're going to be giving the porters your luggage, but you're still going to need some important things for those first couple hours on board. And today we're sharing the most important ones not to forget, starting with the most important, which is your passports. And I say passports, I'm also referring to all your travel documentation, whether that is birth certificates or state issued ID, but ideally you want to get a passport. A passport is the number one best way to ensure you have everything you need to get started and get on board. I know passports do cost money. In my opinion, well worth every penny of it. Invest in one, but don't forget it at home. That's really important. Always put that in a carry-on bag. Number two, our sunglasses. You know what? Odds are it's going to be sunny in your cruise embarkation port. If you're going out of Florida, you're going out of Galveston, you're going out of Barcelona, sun's going to be shining. Bring sunglasses. Next up, even more important, sunscreen. You know, this is really a big mistake because a lot of people, on the first day of their cruise, what are they doing? They're exploring, which is not the mistake, by the way. That's a good thing. They're walking around the ship, exploring the outdoor decks, and you know what? During those warmer months of the year, it can get downright warm, and the sun is really powerful, and it does not take a whole lot of time to get sunburned. So make sure you have sunscreen with you. That is really important. The next thing you don't want to forget in your cruise carry-on bag is your swimsuit. One of my favorite tips is, did you know the pool, flow rider, water slides, they're all open on the first day of your Royal Caribbean cruise? Yeah, they're totally ready to go. And the best part is there's very few other people competing for it. It's one of the best times of your cruise to take advantage of these facilities. But you need a bathing suit. The problem is most people put their bathing suit in their checked luggage, be delivered later on. Then they get on board the ship and be like, wow, it's really nice out. Wow, it's really hot out. Wow, I'd love to go in the pool right now, but I don't have my bathing suit. Keep your bathing suit with you in your carry-on luggage. Some people prefer to perhaps wear them on board the ship with them. You can do that as well, but make sure you have it with you. That's a really important thing. Don't forget also your cover-ups, rash guard, goggles, and anything else your kids are going to yell at you about. Mommy, where's that other thing we forgot? Now, speaking of the pool, what happens after you go swimming? You need to change your clothes, right? Yeah, you're definitely going to want to have a change of clothes with you, whether it's what you wore earlier or a brand new set. Regardless, it's really important to have a change of clothes with you on board, so that way you have something to change into after you're done with the pool. In fact, you might consider bringing your outfit for the evening, the first evening of the cruise. That solves two problems. One, what to wear after the pool, and two, if something happens to your luggage where it's delayed and you want to go to dinner but you don't have your clothes, you've got this extra set of clothing with you in your carry-on luggage. That is very important. Another really important thing to bring in your carry-on luggage are closed-toed shoes. A number of activities offered by Royal Caribbean, like the zip line, that are open on the first day of your cruise, require closed-toed shoes to enjoy that. So make sure you take the time to get those closed-toed shoes, either wear them again on board the ship or put them in your carry-on luggage. I'm more of a flip-flop kind of guy, but you got to have them with you if you want to take advantage of those really low lines for things like the zip line on Oasis class ships. Something else you want to bring with you is probably a light jacket. I would say a windbreaker, perhaps a sweater. Hey, if you're going out of a cruise port like Seattle, Washington, or New York, you may be either outdoors where the temperatures are lower, or perhaps sometimes you're inside the ship and the AC is pumping, which I absolutely love. I do think actually that having some sort of a warmer layer, not like you don't have to go crazy and have like a parka, but a windbreaker, a sweater is a really, really good idea for that. If you've got kids, if you've got young children, you're traveling with young children, I do recommend bringing with you diapers and wipes with you. And a lot of parents are smart enough to remember, you know what? We need to bring diapers and wipes with us on board the cruise, but don't pack them all in your checked luggage. keep some in your carry-on again, so that way you have enough to get you through that time in which you get on board the ship and your luggage is delivered later on. That is the important thing to do over there. So there are a few really important things to pack in your carry-on luggage for the first day of your cruise. If I missed one, make sure you post right now in the comments, because I'd love to share them as well. Nora Martinez says, I don't think a TSA pre-check applies, but global entry does if it gets you out of the port quicker when you get back into the U.S. Well, that's obviously not applying to the first day, but it's a good tip overall for cruising. Absolutely good investment in your travel future as well. And of course, we are, by the way, if you're wondering, well, who's Nora and why am I reading her comment? Well, Nora's awesome. And B, because it's Monday, and every Monday I am reading your cruise questions. We're talking here on YouTube. So make sure you join us here for all the fun. I want you to be a part of it. So welcome to everybody. Happy New Year. Our first live chat of 2020 is here. We are hanging out. Can't wait. Victoria Whittle says hello, but Nisa Howard recommends bringing a phone charger with you. And you know what? I would agree, because you might say, well, wait a minute, did you charge the phone the night before? Regardless, you're going to be using your phone a lot on the first day of your cruise, taking photos, videos, talking with friends and family. I mean, it seems like you're going to use your phone a lot more. It's a great, great tip. Finch writes, hey Matt, do you know if the Playmakers on Oasis of the Seas, a specialty restaurant, are complimentary? It is a specialty restaurant. There is no cover charge. You just pay for what you order. So if you order a beer and wings, you pay for the beer and wings. If you want to order the ice cream sundae and nachos and a burger, you pay for that. So, and yes, you can just drop on by for just a beer or just that ice cream sundae. Earl's got a question for us for a passport. Can we use it until the expiration date? I keep reading about the 6-month rule. Earl, the 6-month rule, what Earl's referring to is sometimes you might hear, oh, if your passport is going to expire within 6 months, could that create a problem? In my experience, there's only a couple islands, or countries, I should say, that have such rules. Russia's one of them. Cuba was one of them. We can't go to Cuba anymore. And Martinique is another one. So, Earl, it depends on where you're going. For most places, no, it doesn't matter. But again, you want to make sure, A, that you renew your passport, and B, that you verify the countries you are visiting are not one of those. There's very few of them, but they do exist. Procore writes, how was Freedom of the Seas? Fantastic. Last week, we were on board Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas. Had an amazing time. It was a Royal Caribbean blog group cruise. Had a phenomenal time on that ship. It was really a lot of fun. It was a great way to celebrate New Year's. And I'm kind of sad that I'm off the ship. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, my next cruise is in 10 days. 10 days. You know what? I can really get used to getting off a cruise ship and having like barely any countdown till my next cruise. It does help take the sting out of your cruise being over. Matthew Hendrickson writes, how do I find out ahead of time about theme days? I was caught off guard for 70s night and Hawaiian shirt day. Great question, Matthew. So Matthew's talking about how do we know about the theme nights on your Royal Caribbean cruise? And the answer is Royal Caribbean doesn't tell you about it. So the only way to know is to look at a past cruise compass. Now, Matthew, we keep an archive of past cruise compasses over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. And the reality is, if you're going on Oasis of the Seas, Freedom of the Seas, Liberty of the Seas, Brilliance of the Seas, the theme nights are going to be the same from sailing to sailing. As long as you compare the itineraries to what you're going on, you should have no issues there. Look at a past cruise compass. That'll give you a really good idea of what to expect. Damien says, remind people about medications and cameras. Oh my goodness, Damien, thank you so much. That's an excellent tip. First of all, I should have mentioned bringing medicine is really important. Number one, when you're going on a cruise in general, pack more medicine than you need. Whether it's medicine or diapers, bring about, I would say 25 to 50% more than you need, just in case you get stuck somewhere or something happens. But medicine is very important to bring in your carry-on luggage. In fact, anything that's like critical, like prescription stuff you cannot live without, don't put that in your carry-on luggage. Don't put it in your checked luggage. Put it in your carry-on luggage, because you don't want to lose that. And in a lot of cases, what I think what Damien's getting to is you want to have it with you on that embarkation day, especially if you have to take it maybe after a meal or whatnot. So that's really important. And number two is, yes, bring your cameras with you. I feel like every day, most days, Jeez. Most people these days are using your phone as your camera, which is totally cool. But whether it's your phone or a professional point and shoot DSLR, you definitely want to pack that in your carry-on luggage. That is a really good idea. Cliff Nash wants to know, does Oasis of the Sea still have the DreamWorks parade? What night? Negative, sir. Royal Caribbean ceased its partnership with DreamWorks, so there are no more DreamWorks parades. However, there are still parades on Oasis of the Seas. Yes, it's a Royal Caribbean coming up with their own original parade. I don't know the exact schedule, dude, but this goes back to something we talked about just a few minutes ago, which is if you want to find the schedule of events, look at a past cruise compass, because you know what? They really don't mess with the schedule all that much. They don't really reinvent the wheel. So look for that. Carter wants a shout out. Thanks for doing these. Helped me just as I came off Mariner a few days ago. Well, Carter, I am so glad to hear you had a great time on board ship and that all the videos here on our YouTube channel and the content over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com was really helpful. Abigail says bring headphones. That's a good tip right there. John Stump, Carnival lost our luggage for 24 hours. Oof, well, that stinks. I mean, look, mistakes can happen, but I'm hopeful that that will never happen to you again. Roy, what do you think about the amplified Freedom of the Seas? Can't wait to see it, dude. I was on one of the last sailings of Freedom of the Seas before amplification, but I am super excited to see what Royal Caribbean has in store for Freedom of the Seas because a lot of the features that are coming to Freedom are tried and true favorites already as part of the Royal Amplified program that we've seen on other Royal Caribbean ships. Maribel wants to know, what's the largest Royal Caribbean ship that travels to Alaska? That would be Ovation of the Seas. In fact, I am going on my first Ovation of the Seas cruise to Alaska this June. Can't wait for that. June 5th, 2020. Oh, we have our first super chat of the night. Matthew Hendrickson writes, thanks for the response going on Odyssey of the Seas this Thanksgiving. Nice, my friend. Glad to have you here. Thank you for your generosity, Matthew. Mr. McGuy, are there any age restrictions for being unaccompanied on a cruise ship? If not, do you have any restrictions for being unaccompanied? The only requirement, Mr. McGuy, is I believe you have to be, oh man, I don't remember if it's 18 or 21, but you have to be at least 18 years old. I just don't remember if it's 18 or 21, but that's the only requirement. So as an example, like a 16-year-old or a 12-year-old cannot cruise unaccompanied on a cruise. I think we've got another super chat coming in from Tess Almond. Tess, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very, very kind of you. Procore just right, super chat. Disney Boy just got off Mariner of the Seas. It was great. I love Mariner of the Seas. I think I went on in 2019. I have to check. I'm pretty sure I went on Mariner like 6 times. Loved it. Michael Sormkin always books far in advance for best pricing. I don't know who GG is, but yes, booking in advance is definitely the way to go for the lowest possible price, all things considered. Roz writes, it's all your fault, Matt. I get so excited for your channel that I booked a second cruise for this year. My husband is in shock. He'll get over it. Roz, to quote Maui from the Disney film Moana, what can I say except you're welcome? I love hearing that. Love people who embrace the YOLO book it mentality. I am happy to be the person responsible for people booking more Royal Caribbean cruises. Daria is going on Oasis in 20 days and wants to know, did I try Portside Barbecue and is it worth the extra charge? Yes and yes. I loved Portside Barbecue. I thought it was fantastic. I think it's worth every penny of it. I am not a barbecue person like myself. Like most times I don't really eat barbecue when I go out, but on Oasis, it blew me away by how good it was. It was amazing. Holy moly! We have a giant super chat from Justin Kippenberger. Hey Matt, was curious on the best way to sleep a family of 7. 5 kids, ages 4 to 10. My wife really wants a balcony, but didn't necessarily want to have to pay for 2 balcony rooms in order to have adjoining rooms. Any ideas? Well, Justin, first and foremost, thank you for the super chat. Oh my goodness. Giant super chat. All right. 7 kids. Family of 7. 2 adults, 5 kids. Now, your wife really wants a balcony, but doesn't want to have to pay for 2 balcony rooms in order to have adjoining rooms. The first and foremost, the 2 balcony rooms, 2 connecting rooms for family, especially of your size, I think is the best strategy, bar none. I really believe that it's going to be the best value. It's going to provide also extra bathrooms, which with children your ages is going to be very, very important. If you're not interested, first of all, to get 7 people in one room, you're talking about a suite. There is no way around that. You're talking about a suite, and a suite is going to cost you a ton of money. I would say, let's put it this way, a ton more than getting multiple rooms. Other than multiple rooms or a suite, I'm not sure there's another way around it. There are sometimes, just depending on the ship you're going on, family rooms. These are rooms that are designated, family suites or family ocean views or whatnot. These are basically large, sprawling rooms. Generally, family rooms are best for people with 5, maybe 6 people in the room. And even then, it's a bit of a tight fit. Usually you've got, the master bedroom, you've got another bedroom and like a pull-out sofa. So 7 is that kind of, you're in a very odd category, to be perfectly honest with you. And again, it also depends on the ship. The only thing I would tell you to look out for, Justin, is to look at, is there perhaps a suite that connects to a non-suite room? As an example, when we went on Navigator of the Seas, there was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a grand suite that connected to a regular balcony room. There's not many of them, obviously, but look for those kind of specialized rooms, nice little one-off ideas. It might be good for you. We've got another super chat from Joshua Geisler, who writes, went on Rhapsody of the Seas a year ago for a company trip. Loved it, even if the ship is older. 6 days to Liberty this season. I feel so prepared because of all you do. Joshua, thank you for the super chat, my friend. And I'm even happier to hear you are feeling confident. You are feeling great. You know you're going to roll into that cruise terminal in Galveston and feel like that opening scene from Saturday Night Fever, right? You're going to be strutting in there, be like, you know what? I got this all down because I watch videos on Royal Caribbean Blog. Love that, Joshua. Have a fabulous time. You got one problem, though. Today's Monday. Your cruise is 6 days away. This is going to be the slowest week of your life. Love it, though. Glad to have you here, Joshua. Have a fantastic cruise. Jose Pena in the house. What's up, Jose Pena? Glad to have you here as always. LaRonda is going on Navigator this season 3 weeks. What is a good time to arrive at the port? Early. No matter what Royal Caribbean tells you your time, ignore that, LaRonda. If I were you, I'd arrive to the port around 10:30, 11 a.m. Closer to 10:30. You get there earlier, you'll check in earlier, you'll board the ship earlier. That's what it's all about. Jose writes, I didn't realize you can place a wager on a Royal Caribbean ship. How? I think you're referring to, Jose, what I did on Freedom of the Seas. On Sunday or Saturday, there was a NFL game, and I bet on the game. Yeah, actually, the casino takes bets on some select sporting events, like NFL games or NCAA games. It really depends. They don't take bets on everything, but they do take bets. Just go to the casino and ask them. Go to the cashier and say, hey, are you guys taking a bet? That's all you have to do. Holy moly, we got another super chat. Double super chats. I don't know what to do. This has never happened before. Let's start with Julie Hall, who writes, just want to say a big thank you for all your help and tips. My first Royal Caribbean cruise on Anthem went great. Just got back last night. Cannot wait to go on Harmony now in May. Julie, I am so glad to hear you had an awesome time on Anthem of the Seas. And better yet, you are pumped for your next cruise. Even better. Julie, thank you so much for your super chat. Very, very kind of you. And then right behind Julie, we got Sharon Stockman jumping in here with a giant super chat. Woo! Hey, Matt, went on our Christmas cruise on Allure of the Seas. Best cruise ever. Won big in the casino. First time in 20 years. I left the ship with money. I like that. You know what, Sharon? I'll take credit. No, I'm not just kidding. That's awesome. Wow. I played a lot in the casino. I actually had a nice time in the casino on Freedom of the Seas. I'm not like a giant casino rat. Like, I'm not there all the time. But on one of the nights of the cruise, a bunch of Royal Caribbean Blog readers said, you know what? Let's go to play blackjack. We took over an entire table just for ourselves, and we had a great time playing blackjack. We played for like 2.5 hours. Nobody lost all their money, which is the best thing you can ever say about going to the casino. And actually, I think I won $40 that I subsequently lost by betting on the Buffalo Bills. So here's my tip. Never bet on the Buffalo Bills. Good tip right there. Rosewater wants to know, what's my favorite cruise? I am legally obliged to say Rosewater. My favorite cruise was my honeymoon cruise. Joe Del Zambrano, 20 days to Allure of the Seas. and wants to know, except for formal nights, are nice capri pants and matching shirt acceptable? I know shorts are a no-no. What about nice dark wash jeans for men with a polo? Yes and yes and yes. Totally cool, Joey Dell. Number one, the rules are very much subject to interpretation. Royal Caribbean really doesn't enforce it, but everything you just talked about there, absolutely appropriate, Joe Dell. No problems whatsoever. And again, keep in mind, I am not the arbiter of what is fair or right to wear in the dining room, but I think what you're describing there is, I don't think anyone would bat an eye at that. You're good to go. Charles wants to know, what is the youngest age to take your kids on a cruise? 6 months. Loved it. Perfect time. Bring kids on a cruise at 6 months old. They're going to love it. We've got another super chat coming in from Damia Kelsey? Apologies for not pronouncing your name correctly. Damia, this is the only blog I subscribe to. Thank you. Wow, thank you so much. That is so very, very kind of you. Ken's and Makeup. My mom and I are going on Symphony of the Seas March 14th and 22nd. I think we're on the same sailing. I think you and I are going on the same ship. How can we pack a carry-on instead of using our... how can we pack with the carry-on instead of using luggage? So, Ken's, are you asking me, like, how do you pack in just a carry-on and not check any luggage? Or are you just asking me, like, what's the anatomy of a carry-on bag look like? Because I'm not sure I understand your question. But, hey, we're on the same cruise together. I am 99% certain I am on that. I'm on Harmony. Oh, you're on Symphony. No. I'm on Harmony. Whoops, sorry. False alarm. I'm sorry. I'm on Harmony this season, not Symphony. But what's your question? Are you asking for anatomy of a carry-on bag, or can you pack for a cruise without using checked luggage? Tanya Jones, what is my favorite cruise ship? Harmony of the Seas. Ron Ledowski says, hey, I've been a Bills fan since 1962. Look, I got nothing against the Bills, except I would advocate not to bet on them. That's all. Ben Trey, what is your least favorite cruise? I really don't have one, dude. I get this question a lot. What's your least favorite cruise or cruise ship? Don't have one. Really and truly, don't have one. Julie says, I lost in the casino, but I sure had a great time doing it. And that's what I love about the casino as well. I mean, look, I don't go there all the time. I only go into the casino and play as much money as I'm comfortable losing. But it is fun. As long as I get like a nice little, rush and sensation out of it, absolutely. Love doing that. Shrady style, can you order any number of items once you pay the cover charge at Sabor except margaritas? Yes, you can. Absolutely. Blake, going on Anthem of the Season 10 days. Any thoughts on just walking on the ship in Puerto Rico? We arrive at 3 p.m. Yes, that's absolutely what you should do. When it comes to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and your cruise ship visiting there for the day, I don't recommend booking any excursions. I don't think it's really worth it. Walk around Old San Juan. It's a fabulous city. You dock right in the heart of it. It's super. As soon as you walk off that pier, you are in Old San Juan. There's a ton to do. It's very easy to walk. So yes, absolutely, you're doing the right thing right there. We've got another super chat. Holy moly, Will dropping a super chat. And Will's writing to me, I'm hearing rumors that Liberty is going to Miami in 2021 for winter. If so, is Liberty staying in Miami or returning to Galveston in 22? Currently, I'm going to double check on this for you. The Allure of the Seas is replacing Liberty of the Seas in Galveston, as far as we can tell, in November 21. But if I'm just double checking this right now for you, Will, because that's how much I like you, Will. I think you're a good guy. We're going to go ships, Liberty. I'm just double checking because I think... Yeah, so right now, the answer to your question is we don't know, actually. So, and you can only go on book Liberty of the Seas through October 2021. That's the point in which Allure of the Seas takes over in Galveston and is the de facto ship over there. Now, we don't know what happens beyond that. So, your question is, we don't know the answer, Will. And if I had a definitive answer, I would tell you. I just don't know anything definitive. It's just rumor and speculation at this point. Caleb, any tips for sailing on Symphony of the Seas? Definitely pre-book as much as you can. Pre-book the entertainment, the shows, everything in the theater, in the Aqua Theater show, the comedy shows. Book those in advance. There's no cost to do so. You only stand to benefit by doing that. And you definitely want to book that in the weeks leading up to your cruise. Number 2, get to the ship early. It's always a good tip. But explore on the first day of your cruise. Walk around, get your bearings. On an Oasis class ship, there is a lot to see. So make sure you do that. Number 3, definitely take advantage of everything the ship has to offer. There's a ton of space on that ship. Ton of things to do, activities. Make sure you're taking advantage of all of that. We also have at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com our top 10 Symphony of the Seas hidden secrets. So check out that blog post as well. Rosewater, is Odyssey of the Seas heading to China? No, she's coming to North America. Fort Lauderdale and then in the end of this year, November, and then Rome in summer 2021. Tess Hardy, if the itinerary is different on the same ship, are the theme nights the same? For example, I'm taking a Southern Pacific cruise on a Radiance. Will the theme nights be the same as on a New Zealand cruise? To some extent, yes. The answer, I know what you're asking me, Tess. In the absence of an exact cruise compass for the itinerary you're taking, what do? And you do exactly what you're talking about. You find another cruise compass from a Radiance of the Seas sailing. I would take a couple of them, Tess. I would look at, maybe 3 or so that the most 3 recent you can find from around there, and you're going to see a pattern. You know what I mean? You're going to detect a pattern. That'd be your best bet right there. Penny, going to Anthem of the Seas, 54 days. Is everything on the menus in the main dining room included? Almost everything, yes. In the main dining room, everything on the menu is included except for the very bottom. You're going to see an option for lobster, an option for filet mignon, maybe one other thing. It costs extra. It specifically says costs extra, but you don't need to get that stuff. I never ordered it. I don't think it's really worth it. Stick with the main menu. 95% of what's on that menu is included, Penny. You're good to go. Mungo writes, I have a question. Mungo, you don't have to type. You don't have to raise your hand and be like, excuse me, I have a question. Feel free to just dump it in chat right there. I'll do my best to answer as many questions as I can. Michelle Pros is here. Welcome. Tess, why is Harmony your favorite? Tess, the reason why I love Harmony of the Seas is it is the best of the Oasis class combined. It's an Oasis class ship with some of the best features from the Quantum class ships. And I love the combination that you have over there. And I saw it before someone asked me also, well, why don't you love Symphony as much? Because Harmony did it first. Harmony was the original. Harmony also has Columbus the Musical and Sabor, where Symphony does not. So it's a personal choice. It's very subjective. I'm happy to admit that there. Michael Boylan, leaving on Allure of the Season 6 days of the ship, have an escape room. Not yet, Michael. It will get one, but not when you're on it, unfortunately. You still have a great time. Makeup by Drea. If there's a deal on a drink package on board and already pre-purchased, can I get the lower rate? No, but Drea, I'm here to tell you, I guarantee you the price you pay before the cruise will be better than the price on board the ship. The prices for drink packages are always more expensive on board the ship than before if you buy it online. Buy it online, it will save you money. Happy New Year, Mrs. Alvarez. Welcome. Caleb, selling a Symphony of the Seas, any advice? Yeah, we talked about some Symphony tips earlier, but check out our top 10 Symphony hidden secrets over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. I think when it comes to Symphony and her Oasis class sister ships, I think number 1, you want to pre-book as much entertainment as you can. Royal Caribbean gives you that opportunity. Do so. Number 2, download the Royal Caribbean app. Install it on your phone before you leave home. Do it right now. Well, maybe not right now. You're watching my video. But after my video, download the Royal Caribbean app. Number 3, do the online check-in via the app. Scan your passport in via the app. Do everything there. Get that all taken care of. Number 4, make sure you start exploring the ship on the first day. It's really important to get your bearings. There's 7 neighborhoods. You got to figure out where they all are, and it's important to do it as early as you can. Jaden, does Allure of the Seas and Oasis of the Seas have water slides? Oasis of the Seas does have water slides. Allure of the Seas is getting them, but not right now. Today, Allure of the Seas does not have water slides, but she will have water slides by summer 2020. Sandra is going on Liberty of the Seas in May. Are we able to access our stateroom to change and leave our carry-on? If not, is there somewhere to leave our carry-on for safekeeping? Sandra, so in the time in which your stateroom is not open until 1 p.m. So Sandra, if you get on board the ship after 1 p.m., yes, the answer is yes, you can. But if you board the ship at 11 a.m. and you got those couple hours before your room is ready, no, there is not a spot for that. The only exception is if you buy the key. The key is a daily charge, like a guest VIP program. Provides internet access, provides complimentary day meal on boarding day, among other benefits, and they will be able to check your carry-on luggage, give you a storage area. I would tell you, don't buy the key just for storage of carry-on luggage. If you're concerned about going to the pool or doing something, there'll be an opportunity. I mean, just leave. First and foremost, people are not going to steal your stuff. But if you're in the pool, you just put it within eyesight. Keep it nearby the pool. You'll be good to go. I do this all the time. I wouldn't worry too much about it. But no, there is not a dedicated area. But the rooms do open at 1 o'clock. So if you can go, maybe get on board the ship, eat lunch, walk around a little bit, and then you can drop off your luggage. Andres has already did my check-in on the web. That's okay too. I mean, the advantage, well, it's too late now, but if you're going on a cruise port that has the expedited arrival, not all do, Miami, Canaveral, Cape Liberty are 3 that come to mind, then you can take advantage of the online check-in via the app to get expedited arrival. But the bottom line is do your online check-in. Do not wait. Do not skip that. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Keith Bruce, when Odyssey of the Seas leaves for Rome in summer 2021, will that cruise be a passenger cruise? I think so. I'm pretty darn sure, dude, but I'm not like 1,000% sure. I'd have to look that up. Mary Beth, anything special done on the inaugural booked on Odyssey? To be determined. In past inaugural cruises, yeah, they'll do special events. There'll be special commemorative merchandise. It remains to be seen exactly what they'll do, but yes. Mike Pastor is here. Welcome. Matthias says, does ships often get diverted from Coco Key because of the weather and the wind? Rarely. In the past, they used to because they didn't have a dock. Now they have a dock, so it really takes some strong winds or waves to keep a Royal Caribbean ship from docking at Perfect Day Coco Key. So more than likely, you should bet on your ship being able to go there. Tess writes, around what time on the first day is your stateroom open? 1 or 1:30 p.m. Depends on the ship, but around 1 or 1:30 p.m. Chad, will specialty restaurants sell out before the cruise? Generally not, Chad. In fact, in my experience, they really don't. Now, granted, are all times available when you get on board the ship? No. Maybe you'll have to, if you wait to book on board, maybe you'll have to wait until, to eat. You maybe have to eat dinner at 5:30 or after 7 o'clock because everyone already booked the 6 o'clock hour. I don't know. But it's not going to be completely booked up there. So. Michelle wants to know, are there any celebrations on the ship for Cinco de Mayo? Honestly, let's think. I've been on one cruise over Cinco de Mayo. I don't remember celebrations. I'm sure there was some decorations maybe. Actually, we ended up eating at a Mexican restaurant, Sabor, especially restaurant, and they were totally booked up. But Cinco de Mayo is not a major holiday in Mexico or the U.S. It's kind of like just something that bars celebrate because it gets people into the bar. I wouldn't expect too much on that one. Royal Caribbean does love celebrating holidays on board their ships, but Cinco de Mayo may not be the biggest celebration out there. You never know. Shay writes, what's the difference from check-in on the app versus online? Essentially, the only difference is if you're going to a cruise port that has expedited arrival, which allows you to complete the check-in process at the port quicker, that check-in, that expedited arrival is only available through the app. So there you go. We've got a super chat. It is from Tony Diaz in the house. I was happy to see you back until you mentioned you're going on another cruise. Hashtag sorry Tony. Was that what it was? Was it sorry Tony, or I forget the hashtag now, Tony. But Tony, thank you, brother, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Tony, 10 more days till my next Royal Caribbean cruise. Ben, what are the best activities to do in Labadee? I mean, look, it's a beach day. I would tell you, don't go crazy with them. I mean, just get off the ship, find a place to go in the beach, enjoy that. If you want to splurge, I think the best way to spend money in Labadee is to book a bungalow. Bungalow is good too, but cabana is what I really meant. I think it's really, really well worth it. Carter, why do you prefer Harmony over Symphony? Because I think Symphony is so close to Harmony. It's like it's like a sequel to a movie. I liked it the first time around better. And on top of that, I prefer Sabor and I prefer Columbus the Musical, both of which are only available on Harmony of the Seas versus Symphony of the Seas. Let's see here. Oh, Denise, yes. So DM writes, hi, Matt. Nice meeting you on Freedom of the Seas. Denise, it was so great to meet you on board Freedom of the Seas. Fantastic. Glad you said hello to me. Always a pleasure to meet my friends here from YouTube. And I'm glad we got a chance to say hello. Hope you had a great time as well, because I had a really great time on Freedom of the Seas. Rosewater, have you ever been on a cruise over Christmas Eve? I have not. Not yet, anyway. Kenny writes, I want a better key that includes the beverage package, or when do things go on sale normally? Basically, I think I know what you're asking, Kenny, but it's kind of hard to, your question is stated very oddly. There are periodic cruise planner sales, and when there is a cruise planner sale, I always post them at royalcaribbeanblog.com. John wants to know, would you recommend bidding for a suite class room? John Lally write that. You know what, John? I don't. The Royal Up program, which allows you to bid for stateroom upgrades, the reason why I don't recommend it, John, is because it's a little misleading. It's very difficult to know. Just because you get the Royal Up opportunity to bid for a stateroom upgrade doesn't actually mean it's there. If you want an upgrade, my advice is call your travel agent. Say, hey, you know what? I'd like to book another cruise. Can you help me out here? What's the price? It's the most straightforward way to do so. The stateroom bidding upgrade thing is, again, just because it's offered doesn't actually mean there's an upgrade opportunity. So I think your best bet is to try to just go straight up, call your travel agent, see if there's an upgrade opportunity there. So, Justin Liu writes, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Charles wants to know, are Star Class suites worth it? You know, I'm taking my first Star Class suite in, I believe, November 2021. So I haven't been in one yet. I think like all suites, number one, a suite is a splurge. And Star Class is the top echelon of suites on Royal Caribbean. It's only available on Oasis or Quantum class ships. And Star Class offers the best amenities, the highest level of service. You get your own Royal Genie. Everything's basically included with that. It's incredible. The thing is, you're going to pay a lot for that. And my advice when it comes to Star Class is it worth it? In my opinion, as long as the price of the cruise in Star Class is less than a new car, you can make an argument for it. But inevitably, you're overpaying. You're splurging. That's what suites are all about. Caleb wants to know how many water slides are on Symphony of the Seas. 3, my friend, 3. Perfect Storm water slides. We've got a giant super chat. Woo! Daniel Ogren writes, Matt, thanks for all the great information. You are costing me a lot of money. 3 cruises booked. 46 days till Symphony of the Seas, 131 till Oasis, 416 till Odyssey. Good luck on the full-time venture, Daniel. Thank you so much, my friend. Really appreciate your super chat. That is an epic super chat. And my goodness, man, I am so glad to be the excuse you've got. It's because of that guy that I booked all these cruises. Good. It's all my fault. I love it. Alan writes, have you ordered main dining room from room service in a suite? If so, how did it work out? Yes, I have. It works out really pretty well, Alan. It's really nice actually. One of the benefits if you're staying in a suite from Grand Suite and above, not Junior Suite, but Grand Suite and above, you can actually order food from the main dining room whenever it's open. Yes, you can order dinner from the main dining room back to your room. No cost. Really cool. It's really nice for days like when you get back to the cruise ship and you're just did an awesome shore excursion, but like you're sweaty, you're tired. The idea of getting dressed, like you want to take a shower because you're not an animal, but you want to take it, but you don't really want to like put on your suit and it's too close to dinner, right? It kind of messes with you. Ordering dinner in that situation, Alan, is one of my favorite things to do. Really enjoy that. Tanya, driving down to Miami, any tips on parking at the port? Park at the port. Don't park off-site. That's my number one tip. That's all you need to know. Jamie, has Royal Caribbean ever offered you a free upgrade upon embarkation? No. I don't think I've ever gotten an upgrade like, hey, congratulations, Mr. Hochberg. Here is a complimentary upgrade. I've always paid for my upgrades, which is fine with me. Justin says, we all blame you for our financial troubles anyway. Well, if it's cruise related, that may be my fault. Mrs. Alvarez says, is Coco Key still fun if you don't get an excursion? Absolutely yes. Royal Caribbean developed and designed Perfect Day at Coco Key to be an amazing, awesome experience, even if you don't pay for anything extra. Oasis Lagoon Pool, Chill Island, South Beach. There's a ton to do on Perfect Day at Coco Key. A ton of fun things to do there. Plenty of activities. You will have a great time without paying for the water park or even the up and away helium balloon. I am on Harmony. Yeah, no, not the 19th. I forget when. I think I'm on the 11th. I'm on spring break. My kid's spring break. All right, I'm just gonna look it up. You guys have got me now because I know that earlier I said I was on a cruise I wasn't really on, and Tony Diaz got angry at me. Then he realized I was going anyway. Caleb, please don't post your comment like 7 times, okay? You can type it once. If I don't answer it, give me a couple more minutes. And happy to answer as many as I can. But you got to understand, I can't possibly answer all questions here. So, I am on Harmony March 15th. March 15th, 2020. OG Transfat. I just tuned in and I know someone has probably already asked, but what's up with San Juan? I don't know. What's up with it? What do you mean by that, OG? No one has asked me that question yet. Eric Rommel, what type of discount do you receive if you book your next cruise while on the ship? No discount, but you do get free onboard credit and reduced deposit for booking on board the ship. Mungo says, I'm going to see if Mariner of the Seas is good, so good luck with your videos and have an amazing day, dude. Right back at you, my friend. Right back at you. Tony says, sure, blame me. Don't mind if I do. Let's see here. Charlene Jameson, can you upgrade a soda package or refreshment package, and how do you do that? If it's before the cruise, so you're sitting at home, say, you know what, I want to upgrade, you cancel the soda package and buy the refreshment package. There's no like upgrade method. If you're on the ship and you decide, you know what, I really want the refreshment package, go to guest services. Keep in mind one thing. If you get the soda package for free, you can't upgrade it. But if you pay for it, you're good to go. Welcome will always take more money of yours. Justin Liu, what's the best station in the buffet? Where do you eat usually? I love the international foods, man. I love me some good Indian curry. That's my favorite thing to do there. Jennifer Adams, any tips for parking in Miami? Yes, Jennifer. Park at the port. Do not park off-site. Of all places, Miami especially. Some of the off-site parking places have a bad reputation. But bottom line, park at the port. You'll thank me later. Aaron wants to know, Aaron Amazing, have you ever been in a room with a virtual balcony? Yes, it's a lot of fun. A virtual balcony is a inside room, regular indoor inside room, that instead of having a balcony or any view, has a giant HD TV that provides real-time outside views. A virtual balcony is a replacement or a enhancement, really, for a regular room and a regular inside room, rather than a replacement for a balcony. It's not the same thing, but it's better than having no view at all. So, and yes, I actually like it. I think it's really neat. Kind of fun. It's a little something different, you know? Edward wants to know, do they ever cap the amount of people buying the key? Yes, but I don't know what the number is. I think once upon a time, I heard a number like 100 or 200 people. I really don't know what it is or if there is a cap anymore, but I think there is still theoretically a cap out there. Andre, I have T-minus 90 days for my cruise. When can I start booking the shows? Andre, you can only book entertainment before your cruise for Oasis or Quantum class ships, number one. And number two, maybe closer to about 60 days or so. Tony Diaz says, welcome and stay at Coco Key overnight. Not yet, Tony, but it is supposed to be coming up soon. It's something that they've been working on. Julie also says, I loved Coco Key. We just lounged in Chill Island, got in the water, and ate a great lunch. Was awesome. And that's exactly what I love about Perfect Day Coco Key as well. Yes, there's some amazing things you can purchase and enhance your day there, but you can have a great time without spending an extra penny at Perfect Day at Coco Key. Patty, do the slides at Coco Key have any kind of fast pass system, or is it a time commitment to stand in line on busy days? Generally speaking, there is none. I have seen on some stands, I haven't experienced it myself, but I have seen on some people have posted photos of what looks like essentially a fast pass, like here's your ticket, come back here at between this time and this time to go. It's only for the Daredevil's Peak water slide, because the reality is the water slides that have the longest lines are just the Daredevil's Peak, which is that tallest water slide, and the Family Raft slide. The rest of those slides really don't have much of a wait at all, and it's just first come, first served, so you're good to go there. Let's see here. What hotel to stay in Miami? Bev, if you're staying in downtown Miami, I would recommend the Intercontinental Hotel is fabulous. The Doubletree Biscayne Bay is also really good. Those are both downtown, really close to Port Miami. If you want to stay close to the airport, save some monies, I do recommend the Holiday Inn Express Miami Airport East. Great hotel as well. I paid like $80 for a room over there. That was amazing. Justin, when is Freedom of the Seas getting amplification? The last sailing is right now, Justin. So beginning Sunday. So the ship ends, the cruise ends on Sunday, and then Freedom goes over to Freeport to do her amplification. Let's see here. A couple more questions, guys, then I gotta run out of here. Steven's leaving out of Baltimore on Grandeur. Can you tell me about the teen activity? So every day of your cruise, there will be a cruise compass specifically for teens delivered to the room, and they have a breakdown of activities on there. There's a special area for the teen club on there where only teens are allowed to go in. It's a place to kind of hang out, but there's special events over there throughout the cruise. It really does depend on The sailing, I can't exactly give you a specific rundown of it, but there are special events every night. In fact, and on top of that, they may also do special teen-only events on the ship, like teen-only rock climbing wall sessions. So that's a very basic overview right there. Eric, what tips do you have to win the belly flop competition? Pizzazz, Eric. Bring some showmanship to it. You don't just go up there and go, "Ugh." You gotta be like, you gotta watch some WWE. Like you gotta get some of you gotta have some swagger when you come down there. You gotta work the crowd and then go for it. Probably also helps you make a big splash. Troy Bradfield, love your work. Do you know when the 2021-2022 itineraries are released for Australia and New Zealand? I don't definitively know that, Troy. Typically, the next set of deployments that will get released will be in the spring sometime, probably around March or so. But Troy, since I do know about it, I will post the dates over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Pascal recommends in downtown Miami the Kimpton Epic Hotel. I gotta try. I'm going to Miami later this week. I think I'm gonna stay outside Miami though. But I should look at that as an option. So, Darren, is there a list of ships that have solo cabins available? Yes, we do have them at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. There's ships like Brilliance of the Seas, Quantum of the Seas, Anthem of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas. There's a couple. There's about 10 or so that have them. Maybe a dozen. Just go to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, search for solo cabins. I'm sure you'll find that blog post right over there. Sisprog, thank you very much for the kind words. And let's see here. Last question from today is coming to us from... Did I get all the questions that I haven't? I guess I'll scroll up here. I've never done this before. Okay, here we go. Jody, has Royal Caribbean offered any discounts for nurses? I don't think so. I know there are discounts for veterans, active duty military, interline discounts, people who work in the travel industry. There's discounts for teachers. There's state residency discounts. My advice when it comes to any kind of discount, Jody, is work with a good travel agent. They can help you figure out exactly what discounts are able to let them know everything. So let them know your age, what state you live in, your profession. A good travel agent will be able to track down any and all discounts available and stack them on top for you. Guys, on that note, I have got to wrap up this live broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us here. Thank you to all our super chatters out there. I'm going to give a big shout out to Daniel Ogren, Tony Diaz, Will, Damia Kowsey, Sharon Stockman, Julie Hall, Joshua Geisler, Justin Kippenberger, Tess Allman, and Matthew Hendrickson. Guys, thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you to everybody for being a part of this awesome thing. And if you love these live broadcasts, we are live here every Monday talking Royal Caribbean with all of you guys. So until next time, I'm Matt Hochberg, and we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. Good night, everybody.